Hello everybody, my name is Rin and today we'll be looking at the webtoon that got the internet in an uproar. Everybody's crying, throwing up, and writing think pieces about this webtoon like it's not just fetish content. Why is fetish content on webtoon? That's another mystery we'll be discussing in a second. I'm talking about Tears on a Withered Flower. Now, only the name alone has got me a little bit suspicious, but apparently it's dark romance, apparently it's life-changing, and apparently I'm supposed to be feeling something else other than irritation, but let me not get ahead of myself. Let us have a look at it together and decide for ourselves. The actual story starts by introducing us to the main character, Heso. Let me get into my Korean. Heso. The actual story starts by introducing us to Heso, a depressed woman in her 30s who is working 3 jobs to sustain and pay off the debt of her bum husband, Mincho. Well, he works an office job, but he just started out, so he ain't making shit. Look at him, surrounded by motherfucking alcohol and shit. Anyway, I want you to form an image of what this poor, down on their luck couple might look like. You done? Well, whatever the fuck it was, I bet it wasn't sexed up Miss YN Universe and Dorito Ron Weasley. Girl, that body of yours is unbelievable. What is that? She's kinda serving though. She's kinda giving diva. She's kinda giving body tea. I must warn you, I will lose my shit over these proportions entirely too many times. Why is she so sinewy? Is she supposed to be 33, having worked non-stop since 19? Do you know what that level of cortisol does to your face? And why is the bum who works an office job triangular? This story wastes no time to set Heso up as a great beauty with a great body, despite her advanced age of 30. But she, of course, sees herself as an old ago with no money and no prospects. Because her bum keeps telling her so. Very evilly and toxically, of course. And she passively accepts all of this, simply wondering why she's grown so ugly and withered while looking like that. She truly is a nonchalant final boss. Even when she hears that Minchol borrowed hella money from the loan sharks, under her name, mind you, she simply asked how much. Look at that expressive face. Bella Swan is quaking right now. All of this is about to change, because she has just met the male lead. Generic manhwa male looking ass. And of course, even though everyone else sees him as cool and handsome, Heso is not like other girls. She sees him as a weird guy. Nonetheless, he who looks so glamorous has left a deep impression on poor, ugly, with no prospects, Heso's mind. What is this 2019 Gunart composition? He seems to have an inexplicable and frankly creepy interest in Heso, visiting the rose shop she works at only while she's there and only talking to her for several months. This is the first time she notices him though. And oh my god, why she look like that? She cannot believe that he would be interested in her, as all of the compliments she hears on a daily basis are only platitudes made to... I don't know why people would be making platitudes to her. So she shrugs all of that off. And she has a man anyway. Well, the idea of a man, that guy is more of a tumor on her life. Look at him leaving his dirty ass clothes on the floor for her to pick up. He tries to have sex with her, but she's too fucking tired because she's working 3 jobs to pay the fucking debt he acquired. And because of it, he throws a tantrum. He asks her for money, for cologne, to impress a girl who's hitting on him at work. She points out it's an unnecessary expense. He throws a tantrum. She gives him the money. Why is everything so sexed up always? Because it's fetish content, but I getting ahead of myself again. She even has to wake up 2 hours early to make him breakfast and then has no time to eat any herself. No worries though, the rich, obsessive male lead has heard the rumblings of her empty, poor stomach and has brought her a sandwich. She cannot accept. Dark Gojo Satoru cannot accept her not accepting and gives her a drink too. She's taken aback at this. What do you mean he's giving me a little food? This has never happened before. Me, I give the food to my bum husband. Of course, she takes this to mean that she looks hella pitiful and shit. Anyway, she has a whole husband. Except, he's not really her husband. Since they divorced because of the debt. I don't know why. The sum of the debt go away if you... I don't know why. They don't explain it. What the fuck is her body? Anyway, the male lead is doing some shady shit in a dark alley with a guy. They're talking about going out to dinner in a dark alley for some reason, I'm sure. Sure, this is normal. Sure, the male lead is not some fucking creepy psychopath. He shows up to her restaurant job too the next day. Apparently that's where they're gonna take the dinner. It is not creepy at all. He shows up with his mates, among whom there seems to be a rival for our girlie, Heidi, who has an unrequited crush on the male lead, whose name is Teha, by the way. The rose guy. The next day, Hester takes a broken umbrella to work. So the not husband, can take the good one. But he's out there gallivanting with the other girlie that knows nothing of his actual wife. And she's out here pretending to be scared by bugs and stuff. And he's like, I see, that's so cute. So he's too busy cheating at work to remember to take the umbrella. Anyway, it's raining, it's pouring. Hesso's umbrella breaks instantly. Straight fucking disintegrates. Not to worry though, the savior character is there to save. He takes her home, getting his shoulder wet to make sure she doesn't get wet herself and slowing his pace. Bare minimum shit, ladies and gentlemen. But the poor lady marvels at it. It's also aura deficient. A car splashes a puddle onto them and he's got to... The car was coming at us fast and I didn't want you to get hurt. The first cringeful moment of many. I'm a good size, I'm what do you mean? I managed to shield you from all the water because I'm so tall. She's like, oh, right. And this terrible innuendo joke finally makes it click for her. This guy wants to hit. So she goes to shut that down. I want us to be acquaintances. That won't work. Let us be strangers. And he replies that he'll be a good boy. That was a normal, completely normal thing to say to a stranger. She gets home and realizes that Minchel forgot his umbrella. And so she goes to get her man for some reason. But he is with the other woman. Why would you be surprised at that girl? You've been having premonitions dreams. She inquires though, what the fuck? He's like, no, we're just friends, you know, girls and boys can be just friends, silly. Then she thinks, then that means that guy just wanted to be my friend, innit? Girl, you had it. Don't listen to a bum man. Well, her next shift at the flower shop, the performative male shows up to perform again. He was just buying all them roses just as an excuse to show up and talk to her. And now he's making a show out of ignoring her, since that's what she asked, and he said he'd be a good boy, so he's straight up ignoring her like a bitch. Now that she's lost the protection of both her men, basically, one of them is cheating, the other one is playing pretend that he's ignoring her, she must get predated by the first creepy old man that comes along. He's like, shit, pour me a drink. She doesn't really want to. He makes a scene saying that he's all that. So to placate him, she straight up kneels and apologizes to him and shit. A hard watch. But fear not, the male lead is watching from the shadows. Now why would he need to reveal his midriff? I just beat up a fucking sexual predator. Let me reveal my midriff to assess the dominance. Now, at her third job, she's a convenience store clerk. She sees Teha again, the male lead. I've already seen him at 2 of my jobs, and now he's here too. Maybe we just live in the same neighborhood. Don't worry that he's everywhere you are. Don't worry that he shows up at all 3 of your jobs consistently. Girl, you got a stalker, girlie. He buys some band-aids. She's like, wait, what happened to his face? All those bruises and that busted lip. It's obvious someone hit him. What kind of horrible person would beat up a kid like this? She worries about him. She's so nonchalant about everything. She's only like worried about getting her bag always, but for some reason this guy, she's like, he's been creeping about this whole time. I gotta show him some care, love and affection. She's like, this won't be enough, sir. If you cover it with a bandage without any ointment, it could get worse. Or leave a scar. What motherfucking scar? It's a bruise. It's a bruise. He's a manipulative little bitch. He planned this. He made the old guy hit him in the previous chapter. He was like, hit me. The old guy hit him. Now he shows up here. Could you teach me how to do it properly then? While fucking leaning on the counter. Girlie, I'm sure you got a fucking panic button under that desk. Hit it now. She seems very uncomfortable. there it is again, that weirdly submissive tone. Imagine if girlie develops into a motherfucking dominatrix. She takes him outside, gives him a little ointment. He's like, see, I don't know how to use it. Would be nice if someone show me how to use it. Of course she does it. This might sting a bit. Does it hurt a lot? No. I know I'm nitpicking on trash. Like, what am I expecting, you know? My guy is so tortured. I wasn't looking for trouble, I swear. I guess I just come from a troubled family. So he's a rich mafia boy. It's a rich mafia boy. I see. It's like shit. Last time you asked if we could be acquaintances. Let's do it. His little scheme just worked on her. It is painful to look at. Meanwhile, Minchol is attending a company dinner and he's been very considerate to the girlie who is into him. She catches a lot of feelings. Poor girl. Badum. I'm so into this. He's so into me. Amazing. She gets fucked up on alcohol. So Minchol must take her home. And she basically confesses to him. Will he do it? Will he cheat? He's been kind of cheating. But like, will he go all the way with cheating? Of course he will. He's comically evil, in fact. Meanwhile, Heso is coming home alone, exhausted, only to see that her bum is missing. Calls him, he says she's overreacting, he's a grown man, he only crashed at a bathhouse nearby. She's like, shit, maybe I am overreacting. I didn't realize my love was silently withering away. Girl, it's been withered away. What do you mean? Now that they're acquaintances and stuff, the guy is like, do you have any plans after work? She's like, keep this up and I'll give you a scolding. I would love that. Nonetheless, she has no time to hang around this child as she has to go to her next job. He of course knows since he's a stalker and shit, and he's like, oh well, I don't have any time to spend with you because this is what being an adult is like. And then this Peter Pan motherfucker is like, then I hope I never become. Whatever that means, whole. That leads her to wonder. Even though he's definitely on the younger side, how is he so broad and tall? What are they feeding these kids nowadays? Girly, that's a bit creepy to say girl. It's giving older fucking teacher predating on the little kids. It's not a good look. This one is over 6 feet tall. He's like, you're pretty good at guessing guy's height. She's like, hey, you could say that I am. He don't like it. He's like, am I allowed to be jealous? There is no need for that. You're much taller than him. I mean, if a guy came up to me and he was like, shit, can I be jealous? I'd be like, no the fuck you can't. I have a man. What the fuck? Why is she entertaining this as if they're not just acquaintances? And then also throwing her man under the bus, being like, you're much taller than him. Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous of my man. He catches that this is very weird and then this means that he's got a chance. So he's like, hee. Girlie, why are you a cheater? He's like, Jesus, you're so cute and naive. She thinks. I never realized how tattered his shoes are. She tells this to him. You should stop buying the flowers and get yourself some fucking shoes. What is this poor shit you got on? He's like, shit, I may not have much, but I can still treat myself to some flowers in it. For some reason this gets her. It's like his voice so deep and slow, blossom like a splash of color on my monochrome world. How did that get you? Doesn't that just show that he's got some fucking poor money management? You live with someone who's got poor money management. I would think that would be the first thing you'd look for when choosing a new guy. My guy doesn't have money to buy shoes in your mind. Of course he's rich and a mafia guy and whatever, but in your mind he's got fucking tattered shoes, but he gets himself some flowers every day and like roses, a big bouquet of roses. Do you know how fucking expensive that is? Suddenly I found myself ashamed of being so jaded and cheap that I had dared to scold someone else. No girlie, you're surviving. But of course he did this to show her that hey, you should get yourself something nice now and again, which is right. But why would he do it in such a shit manner? Like getting yourself something nice from time to time is of course advisable. Everyone should do it. However, not a fucking bouquet of flowers every day. A bouquet of roses nonetheless when you're poor enough that you cannot get yourself new shoes. Now, Mincho has been cheating a lot with the lady at work. She got quite attached to him also. He kind of feels pity towards Heso a little bit, so he pays her a compliment, something he never do. He's like, I knew I was signing up for some amazing cooking when I married you. Right after, he thinks, I wasn't particularly feeling guilty about sleeping with another woman for the past few days when I was showering Hesu with sweet words I'd normally never say. Watching her cook my breakfast in this dingy semi-basement unit made me feel a sudden flicker of pity, that's all. After all, I knew she'd always be there caring for me no matter where my eyes wandered. Who knows? Maybe cheating really does bring couples closer. She's like, ah shit. What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? My kind, caring, loyal, and boring wife. He starts diddling her. He starts comparing her boobs to Ari's boobs. She's like, I gotta get to work and shit. She's about as cute as a brick and nothing I do gets a reaction out of her. Maybe that's why I love watching her get so flustered when I'm touching her like this. To me, Hesu is like a flower I plucked as a thoughtless little boy. One that's lost all its thorns and can no longer survive without me. Just a pretty and boring flower. Like the title. Like the title. Like the title. Do you get it? The title? He hasn't bought the cologne yet. So he's thinking, maybe I'll take my mistress out to buy me some cologne. But it was Hesu who gave me the money for the cologne. His morals matter about as much as he does to the story. It's like, whatever, there's no point in going with Hesu. It's not like she knows anything about brands. He sees the husband left on her neck. No way. Your guy you're in a relationship with is doing the dirty with you. How can this be? Of course, it's like, shit, you guys have mosquito bites on you. There's no mosquitoes in winter. I was probably just a bug. Then she realizes, shit, yeah, it was a bug. He's quite a bug. I do have to agree with them right now. It's a good thing he's so young and naive. At least the band-aid will save me from even more embarrassment. Why is he so tall behind her? What is this? Why are they doing a flashback from like a few scenes ago? It's just a bit sad when you get left on red. Literally 1 to 3 fucking panels. It's just a bit sad when you get left on red. Do you really think the attention span of your readers is this low? She's like, sorry, I didn't text you. I didn't know what to say. And he's like, I was whining like the brata. My guy really wants to be this girly sub. I was whining like the brata. That's so fucking cringe. That's so much fucking aura loss. Well, she seems to be doing something nice for her for once. She buys herself a little single rose. It's character development, everybody. But her bum comes home. He plans to go on a date with Ari on a little cheat around. He sees the flower she just bought. And for some reason, in that moment, something snapped inside me. She was still cheap and romantic and boring. Nothing but the embodiment of the misfortune of my younger years. Just moments ago, I had been planning on taking another woman to bed. Someone who's much cuter and experienced. But when I saw her with that rose, something so delicate and beautiful, a sudden wave of heat surged through me, scattering every last bit of coherent thought. Been feeling a bit lonely, huh? It's so fucking annoying. He just sees her as this little servant of his that he can just fuck whenever he wants. She's like, hey, grab a condom. And he grabs her face and he's like, it's not like anything's going to happen. She looks just so fucking terrified. I guess he sees this and he's like, fuck, forget it. What the fuck is this interaction? Why is this diva putting up with this shit? Minchel says, forget it. And he goes to meet with Ari after all. But she finds the good old stained lipstick on his white shirt collar. Now we're being shown how Teja is doing all of this big ass planning. He does everything to have some planned coincidence with her. He's such a mastermind. When in reality he's just fucking showing up wherever she is. Soon I'll get to read the ending to your story with him. Why is this palm so fucking ripped? Makes no fucking sense. Do you know how much work goes into something like this? My guy looks like a fucking bodybuilder. Meanwhile, he's just fucking around, drinking beer and shit. They start fucking in the car. With her, he cares about the condom. He's like, yeah, don't worry, I forgot it. I'll just hold you for a bit. But she's like, nah, it's one of my safe days. Girlie, don't get trapped with this bum, girlie. She's out here lying to herself, saying shit, he can't actually have been cheating on me, can he? While she's thinking this, the guy she's cheating with, about to cheat with, low-key being cheated with, shows up at her work and starts grinding on her and shit. Why is she okay with him being this close to her? Her feet are in between his feet, which means her big ass is definitely touching his groin. Why are they grinding up on each other? It's not even important what they're talking about. He does the fucking thing to her. What is the size difference? While he does that, trying to look cool and shit, she notices something on his wrist. A little tattoo. He's like, if you don't like it, I can get it removed. But no, she noticed these scars on his wrist. What's this then? Why are they so close, girl? You're in a relationship, girl. I'm not saying like he's any other, but just break up with him. Why are you fucking cheating? Did you do this to yourself? I can fix you. Was it so bad that you couldn't help it? She's really taken aback by this man's self-harm. She's even almost about to cry. She's like, I'm about to put a pitiful mask if it would let me get any more of her sadness and sympathy. Now why would you want that? Why would you want her sadness and sympathy? Why won't you, normally talk to her, be like, hey, your man's cheating on you. How about you break up with a bum, get with me, I like you, be normal, well, that would not satisfy the fetish that this comic is trying to satisfy. We need a little man who's obsessive and yandere-ish, I guess. It was a dark desire to take advantage of her kindness and finally see those eyes overflow with tears. Oh, so he's really fucking fucked up. The other guy is just like a regular schmegular bum, a cheater, a good for nothing. But I don't think he's got any dark desires to take advantage of her kindness and see those eyes overflow with tears. How did this, which is objectively worse if it were to happen in real life, become a fantasy? Well, at the end of the day, he's got these dark desires, but in practicality, he doesn't do anything too bad to her, I guess. Nothing that she would notice, I guess. He keeps manipulating and stalking and being obsessive over her. But he's hot and very tall, so women should only care about that. Why is he up there like a fucking super villain? What is this bullshit fucking Batman? Why is he on top of the building? Is he Batman? How did she manage to look past these dark letters etched into my skin and spot the faded scars before anything else? She's just not like other girls. Do you think it's easy being YN? She saw the pain within you and all the creepiness outside of you. It's almost incredible the way she pushes me to the edge as if I'm not already there. I wanted to be patient and pretend I was a grown-up and wait until that unhappy marriage of hers finally came to an end. But I don't think I can anymore. The root of all suffering is attachment. And with each breath I take, I realize that my suffering has begun to take root. It's inevitable and irreversible. The attachment has already consumed me, and only suffering will remain. He's so dark and mysterious, guys. What the fuck could he possibly mean by all that? Such an e-boy. This is so fucking booked up. This is grueling. Well, finally, girl is like, shit, he might be cheating on me. She's got a straight up little panic attack at work. She straight runs to his work to see if he's there. Well, wouldn't you know it, he's actually there. But he's not happy, that she shows up. He straight grabs her a little sinewy hand. Like, shit, let's go. Domestic abuse on my screen. Is that a reason you came all the way to my workplace just to make a scene? This is fucking embarrassing. What were you even thinking? You're scaring me. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I scaring you? This rapish imagery. But she remembers what the mafia guy told her. Don't worry about what other people think. And so she confronts him. She finally confronts him. She's like, shit, I found some lipstick mark on your shirt. I want to know how that mark got there. And who put it there. He's like, so this is all because you thought I was cheating on you. You're delusional. I don't even remember how it happened. Somebody probably just bumped into me. Honestly, I'm getting sick and tired of this. Yes, leave her! Don't ever show up at my workplace again. Now, think about it, dear readers, dear watchers. Would a normal person, would they react like this? Would they just be like, this is kind of nice seeing you here. What you doing here though? Why would you get so upset over it if you're not cheating? Anyone, I think, would be putting this thought in their head. They'll be like, shit, this reaction is very, very toxic, and it's also very, very suspicious. Let me get the fuck out. Jesus not a normal person. She's YN. She's a very sad YN. Aimlessly walking through the street, she accidentally bumps into a poor guy. She should have been watching where she was going. But then she gets bumped by this 6 foot tall ass motherfucking mafia guy. What did he do? He got bumped into and he legitimately was like, she should have been watching where she was going. Very fair. But he gets this motherfucking old ass looking man saying, watch where we're going. When I'm gonna protect you from the poor man who disrespected you because you bumped into him. When so fucking annoying. I'm starting to find it a little bit suspicious that she's never been to this man's apartment. She's having a little bit of a brunch with her friend, and he's like, if he's really so perfect, isn't it kind of weird that he's still single at 33? So the next time they're together, she asks, hey, can I fucking see your place? And he's like, why she keep bothering me about this? Her place is so nice, it's right next to the station. Should I just use her to advance in life? But then I thought about Hess. Would probably just stay there in that dirty semi-basement unit, even if I tossed her aside, just waiting for me to return. The woman who loved me, even if she didn't show it, motherfucker. She's paying your debt. She's cooking your meals. She's cleaning after you. How is she not showing it? What makes an affair so addictive is that twisted thrill of knowing it's forbidden and that you could be caught at any time. I'm poor. What? I'm living with the relative you saw because I can't afford anything else. The place is disgusting. You'll hate it. She's like, hey, that don't matter to me. That don't matter. I like that. That don't matter to me. I have no parents. No college diploma. I have nothing. I figured she just lost feelings as soon as I told her I'm an uneducated orphan. She just hugs him. That's okay. Your education and your family. I don't care about any of that. Care. Why would she like this bomb ass man? Stand up. Stand up right now. Now, it's their wedding anniversary and Jesus took some time off for the night. Hoping Mincho would also do the same. Surely he would not fucking forget. Of course he fucking forget. He's like, I'm working late today. You too, right? She's like, yeah, I'll be working late too. He's now taking Ari to their place. Sleeping with another woman in the room I share with Jesus stirred a strange mix of irritation and arousal in me. This guy is fucking freak. Maybe part of me wanted to get revenge for all the nights she'd spent with her back to me, an invisible distance stretching between us. Well, you're a fucking bum. Why would she ever want to fuck you? So I keep ruining myself, chipping away at the sad remnants of our relationship. That's the way it works, isn't it? This suffocating love dangling from a noose woven from poverty and misfortune. Why do I keep getting poetic with it? When it's a fucking nothing burger. When it's just fucking fetish content. These characters have about as much dimension as the fucking A4 paper. Let's calm down with the fucking poetry in it. This stupid manipulator went to the convenience store, got a bunch of heat packs, went to her work, fucking hugged her from behind. Elbow the motherfucker. He's like, no, stop messing around, I'll get mad. He's pretending to be sick and having a fever. Are you sick? Let me see you. My goodness, he's burning up. Where? I mean, how does it hurt? Can you try to describe it? I'm not sure. I think I have a fever. What are you doing here then? You should be resting at home, taking some medications and... I can't go home. Why not? My heart is throbbing at the sight of his dark, silent eyes. Wait here for a minute. Don't worry, I'm coming back. I just need to ask the owner if I can leave early. I need a ploy to get her to go home and find the cheater. Cheating. So they do just that. And she finds her husband, cheating. She keeps hearing the woman voice and she's like, shit. Let me back off. But the guy's like, don't run. Stay and listen to the sound of your love dying. It's working for her because she's like, Teja's voice. Still deep and slow, but colder than before. Forced me to face the truth. That a long time ago, much longer than I allowed myself to believe, my relationship and marriage with Minchol had already died. She bursts through the door. It's so fucking messy, everybody. She caught him with the other woman. Ari's like, shit, it's a relative. Is that really all we are? Why aren't you at work? That's what you wanna know? Really? If you just stayed at work, this wouldn't have. Whatever. I'm not doing this right now. No, you're not going anywhere. Answer me. Are we just relatives? Is that what you call a woman who's been living with you for the past 13 years? 13 years? Ari, don't listen to her. I'm leaving. It's not what it sounds like. We used to be married, but it's been years since we got a divorce. At this point, she's basically a stranger to me. Looks like everything is unraveling and unwooing for this guy. Annoyingly enough, it's gonna all work out for him probably. Ari's gonna be like, shit. He's telling the truth, of course. He's been so perfect, there's no way he's got another. But, for now at least, she straight up grabbed his fucking ginger hair and got him back. Straight domestic violence. How could you say that after all these years? How could you? He slams her into the table. You know what? Yeah, I slept with her a few times. I was sick and tired of living like a rat. Well, fucking go get a better job. And it helped that she was young and cute, unlike someone. What, are you gonna break up with me now? And the male lead hears all of this and he's like, shit, maybe I just kill him. Wouldn't be too bad. No. That would be far too easy. That's so cringe. She, however, has been putting her whole Hesousi into this relationship, so now that all of her foreshadowing dreams and worries and anxieties have come to pass, she has taken ill. She ain't thinking about no new relationship with the creepy young man that's been following her around. How did their height difference get bigger? I'm pretty sure he wasn't this fucking huge. What the fuck is this panel? He's as wide as the whole panel. She's like tiny and petite with big boobs and big ass. But he inquires about her husband. Is he still your husband? She's like, shit, I don't know. For some reason, I can't bring myself to believe it's over. It's got have some fucking respect. It's gotta be. Even after seeing you with another woman, the first thing I did was wonder when you'd come back. Not if and how long. I should stay angry before finally giving in and forgiving you. Hard read. Stand up! It's her fucking sadness and misfortune stored in her boobs. Why are they getting bigger? She's getting more and more odd looking by the chapter. If a random man touches me face, I slap the face out, the face of the man and the hand of the man away. What is this? Why is she allowing such closeness and intimacy when she's supposed to be very closed off and shit? You're a strange kid, you know that? He gets a call from the girl who's got a crush on him. And she's like, shit, you should have picked up. She probably has a crush on you. What makes you say that? That was a girl, right? Well, men and women are never just acquaintances. Since Ari and her man were not just acquaintances. So that begs the very fucking obvious question that he poses. What about us then? God forbid there is any fucking non-cliche thing that happens in this motherfucking stupid ass webtoon. He's like, what? You're a woman and I'm a man. You're just a kid. Look, I'm not the kind of person you should have a crush on. That's funny because I've got a crush on you. It's not polite to mess up with a grown-up. I'm being serious. He confessed. Straight springs up. Your voice. It's too deep. It tickles. You're fast and impossibly strong. You hate the sunlight. Your voice, it's so deep, it tickles. What's this bullshit? Shit, man. When is this gonna end, man? I'm tired of this shit. Meanwhile, Minchol realizes he's a bum. He doesn't have his own place. He's trying to make up with Ari. She's like, look who decided to crawl back. She has a lot more self-respect than Hesu, I will tell you that. She's like, don't touch me. I can't believe you slept with another woman while we were dating. Girl, it is the other way around. You have it twisted. You really need to stop believing this man. He's straight gaslighting her. Don't worry, I didn't come to beg for a second chance. I'm here to apologize one last time. Believe it or not, I'm not that much of an asshole. Don't drink too much, okay? I know you're a total lightweight. And make sure to eat breakfast when you're hungover, even if you miss your alarm. You'll find someone better. I know it. Don't fall for it, girl. I'm just a poor, foolish guy with nothing to offer but a complicated past. Girl, is when a guy starts listing off all the things he's bad at. You should probably trust it. Trust the man. He's only saying it so you'll be like, no, that's not true. But you should trust it. He's actually telling on himself 95% of the time. You should take the advice he's giving you and be like, shit. Well, okay. Bye-bye. Back at the basement unit, Heso is out there picking up the dirty condoms. He started also gathering up his shit, putting it in trash bags, as she should, because he's fucking trash. But I couldn't bring myself to touch them in the end. Girly, throw them out. Why his back look like that? See, this is pretty anatomically fucked. Now the bum is talking about how he's just playing around and would never leave her so. But, why? Why? Why though? He seems to hate her. Doesn't really make much sense. He can't even seem to fathom her leaving him though, as she has stuck with his bum ass thus far. But she has got another man now, you fail to consider. That yes, of course, before she was just a lonely woman. She would, of course, come back to you even though you cheated on her. But now she's got another guy to fuck up her life. It's so annoying how this whole story revolves around her doing shit for men. Her whole fucking existence was created around Mitchell, and now it will definitely be revolving around Teha. She's only leaving him because she's got another man to concentrate over. It's pretty fucking insulting if you ask me. She's trying to be a little bit rebellious, so she's buying herself a pack of cigarettes, but she doesn't know how to fucking light a cigarette. The man has to do it for her. She's like, you're probably laughing at me. I'm over 30 and the only thing I could think of was buying a pack of cigarettes. I mean, men don't like women who smoke, right? Why the fuck do you care? You don't got a man no more. You don't want this man either. You've been saying he's a child and shit. But of course, he finds her lobotomized behavior very adorable. He's like, he's pretty adorable. The way you're trying to smoke a cigarette, you can't even light. She's 33. Then she goes, you're forbidden from smoking ever again. Bitch, who the fuck are you to forbid this random ass adult man? He's like, how come? You look like a delinquent. Make it stop. They're also cringe. How can this be? Of course, she's petite and delicate and very womanly and feminine. She does not like to smoke. Fuck smoking, don't get me wrong, but then he's like, why don't you wanna try something else? Don't you wanna, you vulnerable woman who just came out of a relationship. It's been through a lot for the past 14 years with the bum ass man you were with. Question mark, came out of the relationship. Because at this point, no one fucking knows what the fuck is going on. Don't you wanna try something else? Something much better than a cigarette. And rubs up on her. She entertains the thought for a second, but then she's like, no! How can I entertain such a thought? She's like, stop it. Don't say something like that. Like I'm some kind of 17-year-old girl crashing on boys with a mysterious past. Diva, you're a 33-year-old crashing on this guy with a mysterious past. Nonetheless, in this moment, she seems pretty apprehensive of this hot and heavy moment, but he don't give a shit. In that moment, I knew there was nowhere left to run. Baby, why do you gotta run? Just say no, innit? They keep having these fucking rapey ass interactions. Why do people like this fucking style? He looks so ugly, goddamn. Looks like a fucking monkfish. Now she's sleeping and having a dream of Minchel cheating when all of a sudden she gets grabbed and shit. She thinks it is the bomb when it is in fact Teha, but she doesn't know this, so she tells him to stop. But he ain't fucking stopping. Straight essay on my electronic device. But hold on, because it's a dream within a dream. She's actually dreaming of being essayed by Teha. Then she's having sex dreams of a guy whom she's consistently been treating as a kid. The next day, he even picks her up at work, and she thinks it's because he's so scared of walking at night. Poor kid. They get together. I'm not sure which one of them is creepier. The way they keep doing this fucking fetish role-playing of him being a kid and her scolding him and shit is so fucking off-putting, and it's been happening from the fucking start, but got him. Now he's like, I had a nightmare last night. A really scary one. I'd feel a lot better if I could hold your hand. What's this Lolita bullshit on me fucking screen? Now his brother came back from somewhere, from Hawaii or something. He's wearing a fucking Hawaiian shirt. Why is he so wide? He looks so fucking unnatural. Got him. But there seems to be some bad blood between him and his younger brother. The only report I'll ever need is his death report. No need for any before that. He really don't like Teha. Me neither, my guy. I have a feeling I won't like you either, but Teha seems to have had a bit of a troubled past, of course. He's been beat up by his brother or his dad. He's got some nightmares. Mysterious nightmares. He's definitely tortured, and that's why he's such a psychopath. Right here, she's reminiscing and thinking about how, even though, her spending's gone down and she doesn't miss him all the time, she wonders if her life will have a half that's missing the whole time, because she's been with this bum man for so long and now he's gone. She feels very incomplete. But instead of her fucking thinking about making herself complete, an image of this man comes into her mind, talking about some fucking nightmares he had. Well, at least she buys herself a little plushie. Sorry, she doesn't buy the plushie for herself. She buys the plushie for a strange boy who's scared of nightmares. He takes her somewhere on her motorbike, shows her some stars. She starts calling Mitchell an asshole. A great development moment brought about by this man. I really hate how this story seems to revolve around Heso's suffering with the bomb, and then Teha is portrayed as this Prince Charming. She finally comes to her senses, buys herself a little rose, but only because this guy kinda made her have a revelation about it. She's got some development to her, but it's solely dependent on another man. Her growth is only ever validated once a new man enters the picture. Like, instead of this withered flower being watered by another gardener, it would be nice if the flower would find some inner strength and resolve to bloom again on her own. It's really not satisfying that there was just another guy who was treating her poorly, and once she gets someone who treats her better, solely dependent on him, she evolves. It's very unsatisfying, very frustrating, especially in this day and age, innit? Doing mafia activities. You cannot see her today. But Minchel is about to swing by home to get his things and that. Get some things. Well, he just wants to see what she's been up to and why she hasn't texted him and stuff. He still cannot even fathom her not forgiving him after this. The two brothers meet, and then this same face syndrome is very strong with this one. The story is doing its best to show us how much of a piece of shit the older brother is, so Teha seems better by comparison, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. They are both fucking mafia criminals. They're shitty together. Anyway, the father and them are having dinner, and got him! The same face syndrome is strong with this one. Nothing truly eventful happens. There's been this B plot of Teha's troubled family life and how he's in the mafia, but nothing really compelling has been shown so far. He's been beaten up as a child or whatever, but honestly, they really didn't have a story. They keep just showing him reminiscing little snippets of being abused and shit, but like, it's all boring. It's all very boring, so I've been skipping it all. Backstory chapters! Now we get some insight into why the fuck she's been putting up with Minchel thus far. Apparently, it seems like the guy has peaked in high school. He used to be an orphan who used to know everybody, and he used to help out grandmas, and he used to be the most handsome dude in the neighborhood, and was chasing our girlie like crazy. He even worked odd jobs for a month to get her phone so they could text. But too bad, guys. Even in the past, there used to be an evil little girl who wanted Minchel all for herself. As we're about to see, all the women in this webtoon who are not YN, I mean Heso, are out to get her. They're all out to get her. And of course, she always needs a little savior to save her from all these bad women around her. In this instance, she's getting beat up for attracting Minchel's attention. But don't worry about it. He shows up to rescue her. Back to the present. She's over all of that though. How he ended up doing a whole 180 is unclear to me. He used to be a nice guy. Now he's like the scum of the earth. Anyway, we find out that Teha is actually 23, so they got a 10-year age gap, which honestly would be completely fine if she didn't fucking treat him as a kid and calling him a kid the entire fucking time. She even does it as she drunkenly kisses him for the first time. She's just weird, man. She passes out and he takes her to his motherfucking hotel where he undresses her while musing over his dark desires. Oblivious to this, the next morning she wakes up befuddled and confused. Nothing a little shopping spree couldn't fix. She's fucking coming around, guys. Look. She finally gives him the teddy bear she got him and apologizes for the keys. But he's like, no. Use me however you want. She gets super fucking flustered over this. Why is she both infantilized and infantilizing her mans? How did you get to this level of fucking tomfoolery? She's like, since when did you get so forward? What happened to that polite, quiet kid? Cut back to the fucking first chapters when he was calling himself a good boy. But at the flower shop, the other lady who's been working the till notices that something's fishy. So she feels like it's her business to inquire to the guy. Don't get me wrong, we all get a little bit curious about our co-workers' personal lives and shit. But as women, I feel like we tend to ask each other, and only if we're close enough. Now, maybe I'm missing something, but who is this little hoe? And why the fuck would she ask the man? Cause all women are against the fucking main character. Guys, YN is so pure, guys, and everybody's out to get her, guys. Guys, she needs to be saved by the main male lead, guys. And of course, the little lady goes ditching on her to the man. These two people are mere acquaintances to her, mind you. So why she would make it her business to be such a pick-me and snitch makes no sense. The comments on this chapter are very acidic over this, by the way. And they even gloss over him calling himself a naughty boy. I would assume they would be thirsting over that, but no, they're more busy with being misogynistic. Anyway, this makes Hesu doubt herself again, and she tries asking the dude if he would like her to set him up with another woman, a younger woman, the co-worker, to which she sticks his thumb in her mouth and begins making out with her. And what follows is some straight book talk nonsense of her pushing him away while wanting him and while he wants her back. They really try selling this as some fucking forbidden romance when there's zero forbidden characteristics to it. Like, there is an age gap, but the only thing making that weird is her calling him a little boy all the fucking time. Where is the drama in all of this? It's just fucking tedious for the sake of it. But well, to try and keep him away for good, she asked him for some money, $100,000, assuming the rich CEO boy would not be able to afford that. Of course, they make up at the beginning of the next chapter in a very, very unsatisfying way. He gets himself beat up again and shows up in front of her. Woohoo. I know this cock. Yes, they suddenly start having a lot of cliche sex for 2 entire chapters. And he's so big and he can do it 4 times in a row. And he does 5 minutes of foreplay, which amazes her for some reason. So much so that she starts crying. And why the fuck am I reading this garbage? The chapter is, by the way, 80% censored on Webtoon. So why the fuck is it on the platform? It's beyond me. They begin fucking on the casual, cause otherwise it would be crazy, innit? She's an old lady. He could not possibly want her. Bitch, get over yourself. Get over yourself. The shooting yourself in the foot is crazy at this point. Like, I get that this is a main character flaw, but let's have some fucking character development. We're 50 chapters into this bitch. I'm getting sick and tired. Nonetheless, even though she's like, let's have it on the down low. Let's have it casual. They go on dates and act as a couple. So none of that like strife. None of that toil and tribulations over trying to, like, I don't know, keep themselves back, trying to not catch feelings and shit. That goes all out the window because they just start acting as a couple. Meanwhile, Minchol is starting to consider leaving Ari. She's apparently too naive and far removed from the darkness and turmoil of this world. Which, bitch, was what attracted you to her in the first place. Because Hesu was too fucking dark and gloomy and focused on getting our bag up and paying off your stupid debt. Can't fucking win with this bomb. Ari wants to get married also. And he's like, nah, that's crazy. And she's like, nuh-uh. To which he starts diddling her. And that shuts her up. That's so fucked. That's very fucked. They keep doing this shit. Like, the women be talking some stuff. The women be talking about some shit they want, something they want to discuss, some serious shit. And in response, the men just start sexing them. Which century are we in? Like, fellas, if she starts talking crazy, if she's being a little bit hysterical, give her a good grabbing. And she'll quiet down. Well, anyway, he tries texting Hess to try and initiate them getting back together, but Teja sees and blocks him. Why wasn't he already blocked? I don't know. But nothing happens. Nothing really happens. The plot is very fucking milquetoast. It's so fucking bland and boring. That's my biggest fucking gripe with the story. It's you know, with these very bad webtoons, you at least expect yourself being entertained. But in this motherfucking story, nothing fucking happens. It's the same story bits as in the beginning. As in the first 10 chapters, they just keep fucking repeating. Like, yeah, she got a divorce from the guy she was already divorced from. And now she's with another dude. The dude is also in the mafia. And he's very obsessed with her. Why? We don't know why. We don't know why he's obsessed with her. It's just, the worst part about this is that I'm critiquing this shit as if it's a real story. And it's not just smut. It's like going on Pornhub and starting to criticize the fucking angles and cinematography of it. And you know why? Because this shit is on Webtoon, where they're supposed to be respectable comics. To use the same analogy as earlier, it's as if I went to YouTube and I found some porn. So now I'm treating it as more than porn, because it's not on Pornhub and it's on YouTube, you know? Like, if I go to Webtoon, I'm expecting to consume something for its storytelling and not for its sexual tension and shit. So the reader will be judging the story based on the story and not only the fucking porn. Which is why this comic has gotten so many people reviewing it and talking about it, even though it really doesn't deserve any mention. And this becomes a big problem on Webtoon because they really don't do much checking the age of their audience. Anyone can really go on it. They tell you, this shit has some mature themes, but who the fuck is that gonna stop? And the fact that so much of it has to be censored really begs the question. Again, why the fuck is it on the platform? It only serves to make the intent of this comic more ambiguous than it already is. The intent is for it to be smut, but the smut is taken out, so people are left with this stupid story, which leads to people writing motherfucking essays and making long-ass commentary videos about literal smut. Like, if you want people to only read it for the smut, maybe don't fucking remove the smut, because that only leaves people to analyze the story and its characters. And that's rough for you, man. That's rough for you. Removing the smut removes the context in which it was meant to be consumed. What is there to even consume about this story, though? In this day and age, they fucking pit the women against each other, as if we're not fucking tired and bored of all of that. And for some reason, I've seen a lot of readers of this comic actually fall for all of that. There's so much hate for the flower clerk and for Ari, when honestly the flower clerk was just doing some odd shit that would not happen in real life. And then Ari was just another naive girl who was fooled by Minchol. She really did not do anything wrong. She really believed him when he said he wasn't with Jesus. So the amount of hate that I've seen in the comment sections is fucking crazy. While the manipulation of the male lead is completely glossed over, but it seems the story is very undecided on these things, because though the setup is there for Ari to be very mean, like she was saying, I'm not gonna let Mincho be had by anyone else. She doesn't really move crazy. Like, the story doesn't go in a direction where she finds out about the fact that they were actually married and then she tries having him. No, when she had some doubts and thought he was two-timing her, she actually left him for a bit, but then she got manipulated by him again. So I don't know where the fuck that went. Also, Heiji, the girl who had a crush on Minchel, was also set up at the beginning and at her introduction as being a rival. that also didn't go anywhere. I think the author is really undecided on what they want to do. Like they want to set up all this tension and all these plot points, but they don't take anything anywhere. Just like the male lead's backstory, they keep dropping little snippets, but it's just like the same snippet repeated over and over again, and with no reveal, with no development, with no nothing. So it's just so fucking bland. It's such a fucking chore to read. Like, again, you would expect with these shitty toxic comics, you would expect to at least have some fucking drama in there, but no. And apparently this is a comic by women for women. The girlie who made this, please get some fucking counseling or something. This is a lot. There is nothing feminist in this fucking comic. Nothing. It's quite the opposite. It sends the message that, bitch, if you wanna get better, get a better man. You cannot get better on your own. Like, it's so obvious that the story is implying that if the other guy was not here, she would go back to Minchel. We may never know though, guys. We may never know. Maybe she would have grown a backbone out of the fucking air when she's never shown to have one. Unless she's been spoiled by the other guy. And honestly, there's not much else to talk about this story, because it's, again, just fucking smart. And there's no big literally critique that I could make about it other than it's so fucking boring. It's such a chore having to read this. On Webtoon, only 56 chapters are out. And I've noticed there's like 90 something, 80 something on like other sites. But I really could not bring myself to go through that. I really could not bring myself to read one more chapter of this fucking boring ass garbage. But I guess that's a thing for a future video if you all really want me to do. Or I could just go read some other fucking comic that's just as bad but more interesting. Y'all decide. Anyway, that's my 2 cents for this stupid story. This was a very hard read. Not because a lot of toxic shit happened, which it did, but because it was so fucking bland and boring. And so fucking cliche. Got him. Well, anyway, if you like this video, leave a comment, tell me about what you thought. I'm so drained and tired of these guys. Also check out my Patreon. Also check out my other social media. Also share this video. This was really hard to make. Thank you if you made it so far. See you later. Bye bye.